Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. Gresini Racing's team principal, Nadia Padovani, reflects on an unforgettable 2024 season, one that saw Marc Márquez rediscover his form and confidence under their banner. While Marquez now embarks on a new chapter with Ducati, Padovani takes pride in Gresini's role in his resurgence and shares her hopes for the team's future with Alex Márquez and rookie Fermín Aldeguer. As MotoGP looks ahead to the 2027 season, significant changes to engine regulations and technical devices aim to shift the focus back to rider skill. Marc Márquez, now a factory Ducati rider, shared his thoughts on the upcoming changes, the importance of reducing technological dependence, and how these adjustments could affect the sport's competitive nature. Rumors are swirling in Italy about Valentino Rossi's interest in bringing MotoGP's rising star Pedro Acosta to his VR46 team. With Acosta's recent visit to Rossi's hometown for the 100 km of Champions event, speculation has grown about a potential future collaboration between the 9-time world champion and MotoGP's brightest prospect. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. The 2024 MotoGP season was a landmark year for Gresini Racing. With both Marquez brothers in the garage, the Italian team delivered consistently strong performances and shared unforgettable moments on the podium. For team principal Nadia Padovani, it was a dream come true. Padovani credits Gresini's supportive environment and competitive machinery for helping Marc Márquez rediscover his confidence. Great things happened during the season. We were always on the podium, and there were great emotions. Watching the videos during the presentation, I started to realize that we really made history, even with Marc Márquez. We made him become a great rider again, to believe in himself. I get emotional every time I look at the images. Quote from Padovani. Marc Márquez's decision to join Gresini in 2024 was seen as a stepping stone, and it paid off. The 8-time world champion left behind a challenging stint with Honda and proved his competitiveness on a Ducati, paving the way for his move to the factory team in 2025. It was strange seeing Marc in red, but I am happy for him because he has reached where he wanted to be. I'm proud that we were the ones who got him out of the situation he was in and brought him back. Quote from Padovani on Marc's move to Ducati. With Marc Márquez now with Ducati, Gresini turns its focus to a new chapter. The team's 2025 lineup features Alex Márquez, entering his third year with the team, and rookie Fermín Aldeguer. Padovani has high expectations for Alex Márquez, who has steadily improved since joining the team in 2023. This is Alex's year. If he scores points every weekend, I think he can do very well. He immediately got to grips with the 2024 bike during the Barcelona test. As for Fermín Aldeguer, the young talent is embarking on his first full MotoGP season. Padovani acknowledges the responsibility of nurturing his potential but is optimistic about his development. Fermín is very young and talented, but he needs to grow. He's already joined the family and enjoys being with us. By the middle of the season, I think he could even make a top 10. A key to Gresini's success, according to Padovani, is the team's emphasis on creating a supportive and familiar environment. This approach has been particularly effective for Alex Márquez, who struggled during his time with Honda but has flourished since joining Gresini. Looking back, Padovani is proud of what Gresini achieved with both Marquez brothers in 2024 and is determined to build on that momentum in 2025. With us, Alex has found a familiar environment, a competitive bike, and he has grown. When you are in an environment like that, the results come. He is a talented rider. He has won 2 world championships in Moto3 and Moto2. World championships are not won by chance. With us, he's found himself again. As Gresini Racing looks ahead to the 2025 season, The team remains proud of its role in helping Marc Márquez rediscover his greatness and excited for what lies ahead with Alex Márquez and Fermín Aldeguer. Whether celebrating Marc's potential success with Ducati or building new triumphs within their own garage, Gresini Racing's influence on MotoGP continues to shine. MotoGP will undergo a seismic shift in 2027 with the introduction of 850 cubic centimeters engines, reduced aerodynamics, and a complete ban on ride height devices. These changes are expected to place more emphasis on rider ability and less on engineering ingenuity. Marc Márquez, who has been part of the Premier class since 2013, offered his perspective on the impact of these changes. There will be the regulation change in 2027, with less aerodynamics and slightly lower engine displacement, but I think the bikes will still run the same. I don't know how the factories do it, but in the end, they always make them fast again. Quote from Marquez. Marquez expressed optimism about the reduced reliance on aerodynamics and the removal of ride height devices, emphasizing how these adjustments could make overtaking easier and enhance the role of the rider in the sport. The fact of using less aerodynamics is good, especially because that will lead to more overtaking, and the rider can make a little more of a difference. The fewer technical devices a bike has, the more difference the rider can make. When there are too many technical factors, you depend more on the engineers. Reflecting on 2024, Marquez highlighted a personal milestone, completing a season without injury for the first time since 2017. His injury-free campaign was a key factor in his consistent performance and eventual move to Ducati's factory team. Since 2017, Marquez has endured a litany of injuries, including major shoulder surgeries, 4 operations on his right arm, and multiple fractures. Staying injury-free in 2024 allowed him to regain his rhythm and focus on building physical strength during the off-season. One of the most important things in 2024 was not to suffer injuries. Injuries come when you don't expect them, but it was essential to have that consistency and make that physical step forward. My physical condition is good, but after serious injuries, it's difficult to reach the same level. That's why you have to work harder and focus on weak points to perform at the maximum. Now, with preseason testing for 2025 set to begin in February at Sepang, Marquez is ready to tackle his first full season with Ducati's factory team. Marquez made his factory Ducati debut during the November test in Barcelona, where he posted the 4th fastest time. He's optimistic about the potential of the GP25 and his ability to challenge for victories in the upcoming season. Looking further ahead to 2027, Marquez supports MotoGP's efforts to balance technology with rider skill, believing it will create a more engaging and competitive championship. The team is incredible, and the bike is competitive. Now, it's about refining everything to ensure we're ready to fight at the highest level. When you take away devices like ride height or aero, it shifts the focus back to the rider. That's what fans love, seeing the best riders fight, not just the best bikes. Marquez concluded. As MotoGP prepares for major regulation changes in 2027, Marc Márquez embraces the shift towards rider-focused competition, while gearing up for his first full season with Ducati's factory team. Injury-free and determined, the 8-time world champion continues to adapt and evolve in his quest for greatness. Pedro Acosta, fresh off an impressive rookie season in MotoGP, was in Tivoli last weekend to participate in Valentino Rossi's 100 km of Champions event. However, reports in Italian media suggest that Rossi's interest extended beyond racing. More than the flat track challenge, Pedro and Valentino seem to be more interested in an exchange of words face-to-face on a future that is already today. The 9-time world champion has clear ideas and, it is said, already has the coup in his sights, bringing Acosta into his VR46 team. Quote from Gazzetta. Although Acosta is currently committed to KTM on a multi-year deal, Rossi is reportedly strategizing to secure him for VR46 as soon as possible, potentially by 2026. KTM, Acosta's current team, is facing mounting financial difficulties, with debts reportedly reaching €1.8 billion. While the manufacturer insists its racing program remains unaffected, the situation raises questions about the long-term stability of their MotoGP project. Acosta's 2025 promotion to KTM's factory team, alongside Brad Binder, solidifies his status as the team's centerpiece. However, KTM's financial troubles could make him vulnerable to offers from other teams, especially one as strategically positioned as Rossi's VR46. VR46 has emerged as Ducati's premier satellite team following Pramac Racing's move to Yamaha. This year, for the first time, VR46 will field a factory-spec Ducati, which Fabio Di Gianantonio will ride, while Franco Morbidelli pilots a year-old bike. The partnership with Ducati offers VR46 riders a direct path to top-tier machinery, a critical advantage for attracting elite talent like Acosta. For Rossi, securing Acosta would represent a monumental coup and a continuation of VR46's meteoric rise in MotoGP. If Acosta were to join VR46, he would gain immediate access to one of the most competitive bikes on the grid. It's an enticing prospect, especially considering KTM's current struggles. As Pedro Acosta prepares for his second MotoGP season with KTM's factory team, Valentino Rossi's rumored interest adds an intriguing subplot to the young star's future. While Acosta remains loyal to KTM for now, the allure of VR46 and Ducati could prove too tempting to resist in the coming years. Stay tuned for further developments. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you in the next video.